Attention to all the victims of gang stalking. This video is probably the most important video you'll ever see about gang stalking. Because I will tell you the three main reasons why it is taking place. One, they want to get people to act up so they can be forced to take drugs. In some countries, they have laws that are more strict than America's when it comes to psychiatry, where you are basically forced to take medication and seek psychiatric care. Sometimes, even in America, judges make rulings that say that you have to seek psychiatric care or you violate a court order, or probation, parole, what have you. What they want to do is they want to make more of these laws and bring in legislation that forces people to take psychiatric medication. That is the first, by far, main reason that this is being done. The second main reason is to experiment with the tactics that they're using to train private eyes, law enforcement, to train different people in these tactics to use elsewhere. And the third is to kill off undesirables and political activists. So you might say, well, then why do you recommend that we go to war with these people? It is imperative and of the utmost importance that you make them understand that when somebody takes the law into their own hands, it is political and has nothing to do with mental health. That is why it is very important that you keep my videos alive, especially the ones that prove what is going on beyond any doubt. There is no doubt in my mind that if there isn't a strong movement to justify politically and morally whatever I will do and must do, that they will turn around and use it to force medicate people, including all of you. And at the first sign that you are talking in the same manner as people such as myself, they will force medicate you. Like it or not, your fate is intertwined with that of radical Islam and fundamental Christianity. Why? Because they have openly stated that they intend to treat these things as a mental disorder in the future. And they are going to use violent mental patients, such as the one in the UK, who, upon being released, he stabs somebody in the eye and they die. This goes back also. This also proves another point, ironically, about stabbing people in the eye being a deadly fucking tactic that I make in my martial arts video. Just a side note. Anyway, yeah. So it's of the utmost importance that you realize this, and you need to understand that these people are about bringing in security measures, and they're about bringing in mental health. Once you have big pharma on the side of the neocons and the security measure people, and Pfizer Global Security. What is the key word there? Security. Who is it? Pfizer. Big pharma, the pharmaceutical industrial complex, if you will. Okay? Pharmaceutical industry. What do you expect is going to happen? I mean, it's common sense, really. What are they going to want to do? They're going to want to do things in a way that increases the profits to all the security contractors, all the security companies, and the people who sell infrastructure for security, from cameras to fucking uniforms to security services, what have you. Okay? And law enforcement personnel, military personnel. This has to do with the military industrial complex as well, because it includes psychology and psychiatry and what have you. Obviously it has to do with that because of the neocons. Who are they? And of course the CIA. So what is the main reason they're doing this? They want you to attack people in a way that you can label it as a mental disorder. But you see, when you attack high-ranking officials, the first thing people think of is politics before they think of mental disorder. When this guy rushed the White House, this Hispanic guy, he had all kinds of ammo in his car, but he didn't have any guns. That was kind of strange to me. It was almost as if they are trying to make it seem like, political assassinations or political assassination attempts are a mental illness, you know? That this guy would bring all kinds of assorted ammo, but not a single firearm, and he would jump over with a knife, you know? To me, it seems like this guy was just, especially the light sentence he's facing, I think he's only facing like a year or something, you know? To me, it seems totally like a setup, totally, you know, possible psych operation to get him to do it, possibly just fucking paid him to do it, you know? I don't know. But as long as things aren't done in a way that is completely nonsensical and, you know, a farce such as that, then it makes sense. You know, as long as the war is directed at strategic targets, one cannot jump to the conclusion that, hey, this guy's a crazy guy, but he just happened to come up with a superior attack plan and attack fucking high-value target. It's fucking insane, right? So that's the best way to beat these people, is to surgical strikes in a way that you cannot say is a mental illness. You know, they've taken great lengths to try to play out political activists, you know, militant activists, type of people who will go to war with you in that way. You know, radical Islam, fundamental Christianity, and TIs, and the mentally ill, quote unquote. All these things are people, you know, it's, to put it simply, I'm going to just wrap it up by saying this. To put it very simply, Babylon's system makes people act a certain way for a very good reason. Completely logical. In fact, if you don't come to one of these conclusions that I just named, then chances are there is something wrong with you. You are abnormally behaving. You're faced with this monstrous system that's drugging and killing and raping everybody. And if you don't come to the conclusion, hey, I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to have a strong relationship with God as a Muslim or a Christian, or you don't come to the conclusion that I'm going to be a political activist or a militant activist, or you don't start fucking acting, you know, disturbed and upset, then there's something wrong with you, obviously, right? Because you're a fucking weirdo. Your indifference is touched to such a dramatic degree that it's insane. You know? It's insane. It's like going to a fucking, you know, to, what's that movie where they chop people up and stuff? I forgot. But it's that movie where, you know, they torture people in weird ways and, you know, it fucks with your head. It's like, I'll put it in the comments when I think of it. It's like going to see that, people being tortured and genitalia chopped up, and, you know, you don't blink. Just like the CIA or something, you know? You see the waterboarding and violence and people rectal feeding, all kinds of disgusting, vile ways of torturing people, and you're not disturbed. The people who are like that are trying to create a world of people who are like that, and they're trying to say the people who are normal, who are upset by it, are the crazy ones. The answer isn't just to go along with what they're doing. You lose by default if you peacefully protest to no avail. You join a controlled opposition to no avail. The only way to beat these people is surgical strikes in a fashion that doesn't make you look crazy, and going out of your way to establish contacts with many different people who are going to say, hey, I know this guy. I can expect my family to be like, I know this guy, he was fucking nuts, and he didn't take his medication. For the same reason they fucking sent me to the psych ward and reform school and boot camp and shit. You know? I expect that. That's why I don't reach out to them. That's why I haven't given them a single USB flash drive. Okay? Not a single one. Not a single flash disk to any of them. No emails about this. No put this up. You know, they're not part of my contingency plan in the slightest, because I expect them to try to play me out, and I expect them to get bribed or blackmailed to do so. You understand me? This is how deep this goes. This is war, people. And let it be known, play this video. These aren't the people that know me. I've distanced myself from my family. Show me the last time I've hung out with my family other than going to dinner with them. Exactly. I don't even watch TV with them, and I live in the same fucking house as they do. And you're going to tell me they know me best? Please. You want to know who knows me best? The people who see things exactly the same way as I do. Thank you.